in Northland, north of Auckland. I am originally from South Africa. I've moved to here in 2001, and I married a Kiwi guy who happens to live in the town, or grew up in the town that we live in now. I've got 2 boys. I've got a boy who turned 7 last week and a boy who will turn 6 at the end of next month. And I am actually a fully trained social worker. I'm fully qualified. I was registered. I've stopped my registration. So I've studied. I did that part-time and studied doing that. And I'm a chef as well by trade. I was a chef, and I worked in like any hospitality industry thing you can think of. You know, I did housekeeping. I've done a whole variety of different things. But where we live, the nearest job, unless I get one in town, that's sort of 10 minutes away from me, unless I get one at the school, the nearest town from us is at least 45 minutes. So when I first had the boys, I didn't expect to have them two so close together, and I stopped working, and there's no real opportunity for me to go back to work, just simply because of school traffic, timings. My husband is a dairy farmer. There's no, times a year he's really busy, other times he's not. So when I started, I'm friends with Tarita. She lives closest to me. And I'd been stalking her on and off, just watching her page for about a year, if not a bit more. I had 10 Facebook friends, so I didn't do a lot on Facebook. I didn't have Instagram. I WhatsApped my family maybe every now and again, and I have hormonal issues. So I was stalking Tarita for one of the products, the greens, and I caught up with her because I got really unwell, and my husband said, well, ask Tarita. Her products obviously work. She makes this much money. She has worked without having she's worked from home for this long, and Tarita will tell you her whole story. And he's like, well, ask her. And I'm like, well, I hope they're going to work. And there's something in her post about the greens that went, oh. And we were chatting away, and I needed to do more than what I was doing. I had gone back to work for a short time, and working full time wasn't working, hadn't worked, and I needed to feel like I contributed to the house. Not that my husband needs me to, but I needed to. And so I signed up literally as a distributor just because I got free product, and that any money, I could buy my own product, and then I don't have to ask Tarita to buy product. I don't have to. There was no other thing. That's why I signed up. I literally signed up for the greens. I was a skeptic on the wraps. I don't know. Have you tried any of our products before?
No.
Okay. So but you've seen how our products work in before and afters?
Yeah.
So I'd seen all Tarita's before and after pictures. I was still a skeptic. I only tried the wraps because I felt I needed to try them if I was to sell them. And in the first time I tried them, I actually lost 4 centimeters off my stomach, around by my belly button. And I had done them wrong because someone didn't read the instructions properly. And I just, I have just come back from Florida. So I spent 3 weeks away. Traveling is a passion for mine. So I spent 3 weeks away in the States in January and February because of It Works. I spent 10 days down in the South Island, traveling with my children, doing a bit of work on the side, off my phone, but also doing some face-to-face, all because of It Works. So we stayed at friends along the way, took my children traveling. I've been to Sydney in the last 6 months because of It Works. And yeah, not only do the products make me feel great, but because of It Works, I've really made sure that I'm connecting more with people who I need to connect with for my emotional balance and well-being, if that makes sense. So I know, so it's just like, that's why I joined, and that's what keeps me doing what I do.
Thank you, Imogen. Oh my gosh, and I miss you. I was able to spend 4 days with Imogen and Tarita in Florida, and I miss you guys. But thank you for sharing. Okay, next.
Is that me?
Yes.
Me?
Yes.
Hello? Hey, Han, I'm Tarita, and I also live in a... Everyone's frozen? That happens to me all the time. Can you hear me all right, though?
Yes.
Oh, everybody.
Awesome.
I can hear you. Everybody's just gone. Oh, no. Here we are.
Okay.
Gotta love New Zealand internet. So I live in a little town in Northland as well, not far from Imogen. And I am a mum of 4, ranging from 18 years to 21 months. Big age gap. And I have been doing It Works since it opened here in New Zealand in 2014. So it's really exciting that you're on, though, because it's so nice to meet other people that have the same interests. So I actually did know about the products before I came back to New Zealand. I lived in Australia for a while, and I lost 44 kilos, but I don't know if you've ever seen someone that's lost a lot of weight and has the excess skin. I had that skin, baby. Like, I needed plastic surgery skin. And I watched It Works for a really long time and was a skeptic. And my husband just said to me one day, shut up and try it. It did take me a few more reps than I would have liked. I think I was on like 10, but I ended up with nothing but a tiny little baby pouch. And I managed to keep that baby pouch there for 9 years until I got pregnant again. Yeah, which is a whole different story. Okay, so I absolutely love this. So when I came back to New Zealand, I knew that there was people out here that could really benefit from our products. You know, they're natural, they do so much, we have a huge range. We've got a lot more now than what we did. Sorry, my husband's just come back in with my toddler. So, you know, that's huge. The reason I got into this was because I knew about the wraps and the defining gel and how amazing it was. When I started doing this, I was actually doing 12-hour shift work at the local hospital, which is 45 minutes away. So I was doing long hours at the hospital. But in saying that, I only started with like 152 friends on Facebook, and I still managed to go diamond within 4 months and get a $10,000 US bonus through It Works. How many people can honestly say that a company is going to give you the perks if you work your business? Not many. So I was very, very lucky. When I went on maternity leave, I actually decided that I don't need to go back to work now, because the rank that I am at now actually replaces my whole entire income. So I not only get to stay home with my youngest, I actually get to run around after all of my kids. Can you take him out, please? Sorry, hun. So yeah, I get to stay home with all of my kids, and I'm very lucky, and I absolutely love what we do. Like, I got to meet Colette nearly 4 years ago, and in the meantime, I've seen her twice in Florida. I've been to Australia, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Salt Lake City, I've been, you name it, I've been there, and that's only because of this business. If it wasn't for this business, I wouldn't be able to do it. It also helps keep, we own a farm, and being so far away from a town, it's really hard to be able to, you know, keep on top of everything. We used to borrow from Peter to pay Paul and still get behind in all our debt, and then wonder where we're going to get the rest of the money from. So being able to do It Works has really been able to benefit our family. And for people like you've got an amazing team behind you, you're going to absolutely love this. I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you, Tarita. We'll be back to you in a bit. Taz?
Hello. So my story, I haven't traveled yet, but I'm going to. I have been in this business for 2.5, in October it'll be 3 years. And I have quite a funny start to my story, because I met, well, I wouldn't say met, I saw a post of Colette's on Facebook about 4 years ago. I think I was still, I've got 2 boys, Mason is 5 and Eli is 3. When I was pregnant with Eli, the youngest one, I saw a post of the wraps. And I knew that after having my second baby, it's probably going to come in handy, and I was interested in it. So I just liked a post on Colette's thing, and she invited me to something that was in Hamilton at the time, because I was living in Hamilton. And she invited me along, and I was like, okay, this is weird. Why would she just invite me? I just liked what she posted. And then she's like, you know what, you can have a free wrap if you bring, like, you know, some friends with you. And I was like, yeah, I'm pregnant, are you allowed to wrap when you're pregnant? She said, no, but your friends can wrap. And I saw that as a really good opportunity to, like, say no. So I made up an excuse and I didn't go. Anyway, so that was that, but we became Facebook friends from that. And she was, like, showing up in my newsfeed, and she was starting to, like, comment on my posts, and I guess that way she was like starting to get to know who I was, and like learning who my family was, because she was, like, posting on things that I would post about my boys, and she'd ask me how they were, and, like, we just became really good friends. And fast forward, like, a whole year later, so by this time I had my baby and I was struggling with the mummy tummy. And a whole year later, she came back to New Zealand, invited me to an event. Guess what? I didn't go. And so I had 2 opportunities to meet her in Hamilton, and both times I was like, yeah, no. So while she was in Hamilton, she went to visit the is it the temple?
Yeah.
And she posted a photo of her reading the Bible, and because I'm Christian, so I said to my sister, oh my gosh, she is reading the Bible, like, she can't lie if she's reading the Bible. And my sister was like, you know what, she's probably posting that to make you think that she is, like, really awesome, but really it's just a scam. So it's like, yeah, you're right, maybe I shouldn't go. So that's why I didn't go to the second meeting. and I was like, after getting to know Colette, she was talking to me one day. I think I put a photo up of my boys, and I was just really heartbroken because we got to a point where we couldn't survive on one income anymore. And, like, all I ever wanted to be was a mum. Like, my friends wanted to be teachers and lawyers and nurses and whatever not, and all I ever wanted to be was a mum. I didn't have this desire to be a career woman. But fast forward to having my 2 boys, I couldn't get it over my heart to actually take them to someone else, to be brought up by someone else who's going to see their first steps and hear their first words while I'm over here working. But my husband was, like, not telling me to get a job, but he was stressing out because we couldn't even live paycheck to paycheck. I remember taking a screenshot of my bank account and sending it to Colette, and there was 80 cents in there. So she's like, you know, you really should do this. And so when we started talking about how much it would cost to join, I got scared, and I said to her, like, I think that's why I sent you the screenshot of how much I had, because I was like, look, I only have 80 cents in my account, there's no way I can start this business. So what did I do? A month later, I joined a different company because it was cheap to join. And so I started posting about this other company, and I went with that company for a whole year. And in the meantime, me and Colette still, like, built on our relationship. We got really close, and my husband said to me, you've made $200 this entire year of being with this other company. Like, what are you doing? So I was like, okay, I promise I'll never, ever, ever try network marketing again. And then Colette messaged me, and we started chatting about the boys. And I think she asked me, like, what are you up to this weekend or whatever? And I said, I'm looking for a job. And she's like, Taz, I've been talking to you about this. Like, hear me out. And so what I did was I said to her, like, I still don't have any money a year later. I'm still in the same predicament, but I'm going to make it happen. So I got some stuff together, sold our pram, and then I was short. It was actually, there was a buy one, get one free BOGO on, and I was trying my hardest to get it so that I can get extra product for joining. I missed out on that because I just couldn't get the money together, but I joined like a day later. And I told Leon I needed $40 because I still needed $40 to add to my joining package. And he's like, what for? And I was like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll explain to you later. Joined, and then didn't tell him anything until the pack turned up. And then the pack arrived, and he's like, oh, what did you spend money on this stuff for? Like, we hardly can even buy milk and bread. And so I was like, well, these wrap things, and yeah, kind of, I didn't buy it. I signed up, so I'm going to sell it. And he was very upset with me. I even told Colette, I think I was crying to Colette, like, I don't think I can do this. My husband thinks it's a scam. Anyway, so I never tried any of the product. Like, didn't even know if it worked. Just saw photos. I was like, but then I said to my husband, after the wraps laid there for a few weeks, because I was too scared to try them in case they didn't work, he said, well, you paid money for it, you may as well try it. So he helped me, and we put my first wrap on. Yeah, I don't know if I see any results, and then waited 3 days, did my second wrap, and got him to take the before and after photos. And he was sitting on my phone busy putting the before and after photos together so you can see it, while I was like, you know, taking the wrap off and like cleaning up and stuff. And he was like, oh my goodness. I was like, what? And he's like, you have to look at this. And so he showed me the before and afters, and that changed his mind about the entire thing. So since then, he's wrapped a few times because of his beer belly, or what do they call it, dad bod. But yeah, so he is completely a believer. He has joined the business with me. He is loving the product. We fight over keto coffee when it's like almost finished. So like we've changed, and like I couldn't express more how this business isn't just, yes, it's great income. It's, if you work the business to your best ability, it's going to change your life. But what it's going to do more is change you as a person. If I look back 3 years ago from when I started this business, I was a very shy girl that didn't really know where I belonged in the world. I just was a mum that was kind of floating around. And because of this business and the people in this team, I have become someone who has confidence and who now knows that I have a place in the world. This is my place. This is what was meant to do. And, you know, the best part of it is that I never needed to go get that job, because I'm now able to stay at home with my family. And I got to see my kids' first words and first steps. And my son just started school here in Australia, because we just moved from New Zealand to Australia in October. And he started school, and both me and my husband got to be there for his first day of school. My husband gets to go pick him up from school, and that's something you'd never ever be able to do before. And so for that, I'm super blessed.
Oh my gosh, what an awesome story. Jazz, thank you for sitting and listening to those three amazing friends of mine. Like, I get all teary-eyed because I just love them deeply. They're my family now. Rita, can you very quickly share with us the 3 ways that we get paid, and how much the kit costs, and then the 3 ways? We need to wrap it up in about 5 minutes. So if you can do that, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I will be exceptionally quick. So we've got the 3 main ways that we can get paid, hun. So we've got wrap cash, commission, and what we call fast start bonuses, or a weekly bonus, which is awesome. So the commission, something that Colette can go into deeper with you, because it depends on variations. Would you agree with that, Colette? Okay, take that as a yes.
Yes, I was
And
on.
then we have our fast start bonus. We have our fast start bonuses, and that's really simple. It is roughly about $138, hun, and you're going to hear me say roughly a lot because here in New Zealand we have the fluctuation with the exchange rates and different banks and stuff. I'm going to give you the higher end of the scale because we like to make things a little bit more difficult for ourselves. So it's about $138, and you can get that weekly simply by starting off a new distributor and helping them get 2 loyal customers. And you have an amazing support system to help you with that. So that's the nice, easy part. But you know what I love the most is Wrap Cash. Wrap Cash is amazing. So each wrap is worth $45 here in New Zealand. Now, when you get your business kit, you actually normally get 4 wraps in that business kit. So you can turn around and sell those for $45 each. Nice little bit of an income. However, if you join on the off chance, I don't know where you're at with this, but say you join before the end of this month or the beginning, like about 2 o'clock on the 1st, you believe you're actually going to get roughly about $400 worth of product in your business kit? $400. So all of that there in New Zealand is roughly about $400. And to get that, it's about $245 delivered to your door. Delivered to your door. So where are you based?
In Waitakere.
Oh, you're not that far away. So
Hello?
if you ever get stuck on anything, you or Colette will get hold of me and or one of us, and we can come and give you a hand. Simple. That's only down the road. So yeah, so you think about that though, like it's only $245 to get started, and like I said, that's on the higher end of the scale, but you're getting over and above that in product alone. So you can either use the product and get your own testimonials, or you can turn around and sell it. And it is actually really easy to do. Like I said, you have amazing support there. Wrap Cash is our key. I know a distributor of mine in Wellington, when she started, she was making about $1,000 a week just in selling wraps. She wasn't interested in growing a business. She just needed that money. She was a single mom and she needed that money, and that's all she did was sell her wraps. So those are the 3 main ways that you can get paid, basically. And like I said, Colette will touch more on the commission side with you. Got any questions?
Do you have any questions?
No, not yet.
Lots of information, but we wanted to share with you several stories of people that I've either met or known for 4 years or so. I wanted to share so that you could maybe relate with those that are from New Zealand, and then hear about the ways that we earn money. I know that you're trying to earn and raise your money, and know that if you're not able to do it by the end of this month, that there's always some promotion that's coming up. And this is about when it's ready for you, not us pressuring you when it's ready for us. But we would love to have you part of our team. We would love to help you with whatever your goals are, whether it's fitness goals or financial goals. But I want to thank you for taking the time, because I mean, this is pretty special to me that I get to meet people face to face like this. And so thank you for taking the time and letting us talk to you about that. And I hope that it was of value to you.